You start noticing a strange pattern when you look at modern online education. More and more people talk about freedom, income, and independence, but very few talk about real work, real skills, or real outcomes outside the platform. Money is moving, but value is not. By 2026, the online education market looks massive from the outside, but inside it has become increasingly closed. A large part of this economy no longer connects to the real sector. Courses are sold to people who want to sell courses, and training programs exist mainly to produce more trainers. The system feeds itself. Instead of learning a skill and applying it in the real world, many people learn how to package the idea of learning itself. The product is no longer competence. The product is the promise that you will soon be able to sell the same promise to someone else. High prices play an important role here. Premium programs costing thousands of dollars create the feeling of access to something exclusive. The price works as a psychological filter. People assume that if it is expensive, it must be valuable, even when most of the money goes into marketing, not into education. What is being sold is not mastery, it is belonging. There is also a strong psychological mechanism behind this model. Buying a course creates the same chemical reaction as making progress. The brain receives a reward signal at the moment of purchase, not at the moment of achievement. This creates the illusion that something meaningful has already happened. As a result, most people never finish what they buy. The platform shows lessons completed. The inbox fills with motivation emails. But real output stays close to zero because the brain already received its reward at checkout. This is how action gets replaced by simulation. Many people are not looking for knowledge anymore. They are looking for a secret structure, a hidden method, or a shortcut that will remove responsibility for the result. Each new course promises to finally solve the problem created by the previous one. Hope becomes the product. When you look at the numbers, the structure becomes harder to ignore. To maintain the image of success, a visible lifestyle, and aggressive advertising, a single creator must sell high-ticket programs to hundreds of people. With low conversion rates, this requires large audiences and constant expansion. The problem is that most buyers are taught to repeat the same model. They are encouraged to become mentors, coaches, or consultants themselves, selling similar programs to recover their costs. This creates a recursive system where growth depends on constantly adding new participants. It works only while the market is not saturated. As soon as attention slows down, the math breaks. There are not enough new buyers to support the number of people trying to sell the same promise. The structure collapses inward, leaving behind certificates, recordings, and disappointed expectations. At the same time, real education loses credibility. When everything is marketed as transformation and financial freedom, skill-based learning becomes harder to distinguish from noise. Platforms respond by shortening formats and simplifying content, trying to compete with fast dopamine rather than depth. This pushes the system even further away from real competence. What remains is an economy where money circulates, but meaning thins out. People feel busy, involved, and active, while producing very little that exists outside the learning platforms themselves. If you have a choice, are you gaining skills that create value in the real world, or are you trapped inside a loop where learning exists mainly to justify the next purchase?